Now that we've mastered pages and posts and other kinds of content in our WordPress website, we're going to talk a little bit about WordPress themes. Now, a theme is what controls how your website looks on the front end, and it also controls how much flexibility and control you have over how your website looks. Now, as I've talked about a couple of times, we're going to be using themes that have a front-end builder or plugins that have a front-end builder for our theme, depending on which option you take. And that's going to give us a tremendous amount of control over how our website looks. But before we get into all of that in the front-end section, I want to give you the basics of how WordPress themes work. So in order to take a look at the themes that you have installed on your WordPress website, we hover over Appearance and we click on Themes. Now you're going to see several here depending on which host you use. As I mentioned, Pantheon installs a bunch of them. With Kinsta or Flywheel, you may just have one or two. And every year, WordPress comes out with an official theme that you can use. And you can see which one is active. Right here in the bottom bar, it says Active 2017. If I click on Theme Details, it's going to give me some information about the theme and how it's controlled. And in order to delete a theme, I can just click on a theme and I'll click this delete link in the bottom right, and that's how we'll get rid of themes that we're not going to use. So on the front end of our website, if I just go back to the home page, you can see that this is the default 2017 theme. And this is just a standard kind of page or post layout, excuse me. So we have our post information on the left, we have our sidebar or our widgets area on the right, which again, I'll talk about in a video coming up. And then we have our footer here and we have our header here at the top with a large image. So this is kind of what our theme sets up as a structure or a container for all of our content. And installing these and managing these is actually quite easy. As I said, to delete a theme, we can just click on it. We see our theme information and I can click on delete. To activate a different theme, I can click on theme details and click on activate. I can also preview what this theme will look like if I apply it to my site, and that's going to change how the whole front end looks. Now to install a new theme, we just click on add new. And then we can either, this is connected directly to the WordPress repository. So all of these themes that can load up right within your website, and you can install them right through here by hovering over. We can look at the details of it. We can see how it's going to look, kind of like a preview. And then we can install it just by clicking on this install button. We can also install themes by uploading a theme file, and I'm going to show you that right now. So we click on upload theme, and just like media, we can click on choose file, or we can drag and drop. Now I'm going to drag and drop the theme Divi, just so I can show you what installing one of these looks like. So Divi is one of the options that we cover for front-end themes, and it's the builder that comes packed with a theme. So it's the Divi theme, which has its own page builder packed into it. The other options are just page builders that work on any theme, but I'll talk about more about that later. So to install a theme, we click on upload theme. We can drag and drop or select the .zip, the zip file, which all themes will come in. And then we click on install now. So it's going to upload that theme file. You can't really see it, but in the bottom left, it's showing that it's uploading the file. And once that theme file is completely uploaded, it's going to install it, and then it's going to change this screen, and it's going to ask me if I would like to activate the theme, return to the theme's pages, or preview it. So I'm going to activate it. So now we can look at our themes, and we can see it brings us back to our themes page, and we can see now we have a new one. It's Divi, it's active, and if we reload the front end of our website, we can see now everything looks differently. So now this is the Divi theme, and it has all the default options set up. So one of the things that I want to talk about when we talk about themes in this video is I want to talk about the theme options. So when I talk about its own theme settings, so something like Divi, you can see now it added a new menu item to my admin menu, and it has theme options. And if I click on that, there's a lot of different settings that Divi and Elegant Themes, the creator of Divi, have built in, and I can change that just by going through these different tabs and messing around with the different options. And that gives me the ability to kind of control how the theme works based on the options that they've built into it. In addition to that, Divi also has customizer settings. Now the customizer is a WordPress feature, and a lot of themes tie into that to give you the ability to control the look and feel of the theme. So this isn't specific to Divi. Almost every modern WordPress theme has customizer options, and there's two ways to go about it to getting to the customizer. We can either hover over appearance and click on customize, or with, for example, Divi, you can see here it has a link to theme customizer, so it's saying open this up in the customizer. So if I hover over appearance and I click on customize, this is generally what the customizer looks like for all themes. All modern themes do add in options for the customizer, and you can see that I can go through the general settings. You know, we have layout settings for the different width and height of the site. We can change the different, the basic colors. So if we go into the primary menu, you can see we can change the color of the text items, and it'll show you a live preview of the changes that you're making. So basically the customizer is for setting the default options for your theme, whether it be the layout or where certain items are or different colors, and even widgets, which I'll talk about in an upcoming video. And widgets are kind of the sidebar and different information that's shown up in other parts of the page besides the main content page. So I'm going to talk about this a lot more and in more detail after you've picked the front-end theme or builder that you want to use. So during those front-end tutorials, I'm going to talk about the different options, and then you'll pick one, and I'll go through the specific customizer options and the different theme or builder options that those allow. But I wanted to kind of give you an idea of, that when you install a theme, it may add an additional menu, but almost all themes have those customizer options to set up all the default layouts and colors that your theme is going to have. Also, just to review, if we want to install or add themes, we hover over appearance, we click on themes. To upload a new theme, we click on add new, and we can either choose one from the repository, and we can search for different themes or browse through the different categories, or we can upload a zip file of a theme that we've downloaded from something like Theme Forest or a commercial theme like a Divi or Elegant Themes. And then to manage or delete themes, we can just click on the theme. We can click delete down here to get rid of it, or we can look at the basic information about the theme. We can preview it, and we can activate it using these buttons on the screen. So that's the basics of themes. We're going to get into a lot more about that during our front end section, but the way that I like to build websites and the way that I recommend that you do is, the first thing I do is I create the structure of the site. Then I add in all of my functionality, and I configure all of the functional parts of our website. So we add in our e-store, we add in our discussion forum, we put in all that stuff without ever worrying about the front end, because I think it's important to make sure our site is working properly and everything that's going to be on a page is on a page when it comes to functionality, and then we can concern ourselves with making sure that everything looks good. So I like to kind of design around the content and functionality we have, instead of creating a design first and then trying to fit everything into that design. It's just a lot more effective to set everything up first and then design around the content that we have. So now you know how to install and delete themes, and I've shown you a quick look at the customizer, which allows us to set the default options and layout and color options for our theme. But you're really not going to have to worry about this until later on when we get into the front end section. So just going to store that information away, and later on I'll walk you through it again, specific to the theme or the plugin that you've chosen.
No more delay and pack my things up, carefree, adventures waiting. I'm heading out to see the rest of the